Ethan worked as a night cleaner in the towering skyscraper of Vanguard Industries, a billion-dollar company ruled by cold, ruthless CEO Victoria Hale. Every night, he mopped the marble floors and emptied bins in silence, ignored by everyone except the security guards. But tonight was different. As he cleaned the CEO's office, the glass doors slid open, and Victoria herself walked in with her assistant. "Who let this janitor touch my desk?" she snapped, glaring at him. Ethan froze, his hands tightening around the mop handle. "Ma'am, I was just cleaning. Do your job somewhere else," she cut him off sharply. "And don't breathe near my documents." The assistant smirked, and Ethan quietly lowered his head. What they didn't know was that Ethan wasn't just some cleaner. He had once been one of Vanguard's lead engineers, fired 5 years ago under false accusations. Since then, he'd struggled to raise his daughter alone, taking any job he could find. He stayed silent now, not out of weakness but because he was waiting for the right moment to strike back at the empire that betrayed him. Later that night, as Ethan was leaving, he noticed Victoria arguing with a security guard near the parking lot. Her car's tire had blown, and the rain poured mercilessly. Everyone else avoided her, no one dared to offer help. Ethan sighed, approached quietly, and said, "Need a hand?" She frowned but nodded reluctantly. He knelt beside the car, rolled up his sleeve to loosen the bolts, and that's when Victoria froze. On his forearm was a tattoo of a rare geometric design, the exact same tattoo as her company's founder, Samuel Hale, her late father. "Where did you get that?" she demanded, her voice trembling. Ethan looked up, rain dripping from his face. "He gave it to me," he said calmly. "Before he died." Her breath caught. "That's impossible. My father never had friends like you." Ethan stood, meeting her eyes for the first time. "I was his partner," he said softly. "We built the first prototype together. He promised me half the patents, but your board erased my name after his death." Victoria stared, the rain hiding her tears. "You're lying," she whispered. "Am I?" Ethan pulled out a small waterproof case from his pocket, a faded photo of him and her father smiling in front of the first Vanguard engine. The next morning, the entire company buzzed with shock. Victoria had called an emergency board meeting, and Ethan was sitting at the head table not as a janitor, but as the man who held proof of the original patent rights. The legal team had confirmed it overnight. Ethan's name had indeed been wiped from the archives. As the truth unfolded, Victoria stood in silence, her pride collapsing under guilt. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I didn't know what they'd done." Ethan looked at her, then at the company logo behind her, the symbol he helped create. "I didn't come for revenge," he said. "I came to make things right for my daughter's future." Victoria took a deep breath and extended her hand. "Then let's rebuild this company together, as my father would have wanted." Ethan hesitated, then shook it. Months later, the company's new launch bore 2 names, Samuel Hale and Ethan, co-founders of Vanguard. And when Ethan's little girl visited her dad's new office, she smiled proudly. The janitor who once mopped floors had reclaimed his legacy, proving that true worth can never stay hidden, not even under a mop and uniform.